Hey, what's up? I'm gonna be talking about the top 10 hottest girls in Genshin Impact. Everybody's taste is different. Mine is not necessarily my taste or what is my favorite, but what I believe is some of the hottest girls in Genshin Impact. I'll mention the top 10 and then I'll mention some that I didn't add to the list and why I didn't add them to the list. So, starting off strong with number 10, and number 10 may shock a lot of people because I don't think is something that many people would have thought would have even been on this list. It's Young Jin, and I'll tell you why. Now, on the surface, she's like a 18, 19 kind of area. Her design aspect looks good. Her color scheme and everything look good. The thing that set her apart is her, what do I call this? Her tights. Her tights fit her perfectly. Absolutely perfectly. It is very suggestive if you understand what I mean. Like in certain angles, you can definitely see what your what people don't want it to see. It's one of the best looking models in this kind of category, but really and truly, you're seeing what I'm seeing. That's why I think that she deserved this spot on top 10 because she is that tights fit her very well. The one that would be in number 9 would be her little friend Beto, if I can find her very quickly. The reason why I believe Beto is on this list is because her design actually is really good. Her racks, though they cover a lot, you can see that they're quite the sizable bunch, and her rack is really good looking, and honestly, so really well shaped, really defined. I really like where it is going. She is definitely deserving of a spot in the top 10 of the hottest girls in Genshin Impact. The one that I'll put into number 8 position would be none other than the legendary Lisa. And the reason why I put this here is because, well, she's been here for a long time. I could start with the racks. The racks, honestly, they look like it is trying to escape from the outfit itself, the way she has it, because you can see it feels like it's like jumping out at you, and that is really good. I kind of underestimated her chest size beforehand, but it's very much up there. And her panty really looks nice. The design, I love it. It's really something that will catch your eyes when you're getting into business with her. But really and truly, very beautiful character, very hot, very seductive. She's like the teacher we all wish we had, and I surely wish I had one like that, 100%. The next one, which will come into number 7, may shock a lot of people, but unfortunately, she's down this far, and it's Mona. Mona, the 50-50, I wish I could lose, but unfortunately, I can't lose it. It's another one of the characters that are fitting in the teen kind of category, and the reason why I like her is because her chest is alright, but her her cake is what Ganyu's should have been, and that's a problem. It's really unique and really nice. Like the cake that she has is too good for her size, honestly, and that's why she is, in my opinion, one of the hottest characters in Genshin Impact. Like really, I would be playing her a lot but unfortunately I can't lose to get the 50-50 for her on sadly. I get everybody else but her. It's just insane. Um what is in my number 6 will surprise a lot of people, and I'm sad to say this. I really don't want her that far down, but honestly, I couldn't help it given the competition that she had, and that is Eula. This initially is somebody that I would have put in first, and then or second because it's a complicated situation. I had her in like second, and then she reached down all the way to six. So you can know that this is a very painful process for me, and there's reasons why she dropped and stuff like that because her chest or racks is not the best compared to the others that are gonna be higher than her, and her asset or cake. What even while though it's unique, unfortunately, it's not as bigger than the other rest of type of cakes. It's just wide, so it's fun to look at. It's nice. It covers a wide area, surface area. It has a wide AOE attack, but and I love her. I very much love her, but it's just that the ones in front of her are just that good, sadly. But 6 is very low down, but trust me, when you realize who is in front of her, you can understand why that's the case. Speaking of in front of her, the first one that is in front of her would be the number 5th slot, and that would be Raiden Sim Kujasara. And many people might wonder why I did this. Is because of two reasons, or four reasons, but I'll get the first two. If you can work the angles correctly, you'll realize that she has as much potential as most of the large rack individuals in the game, and it's just blocked by the Chinese censorship in the front right there. But really and truly, she has. Ito is gonna have a fun time with her. I could say that at least. Her cake is standard quality, but still very good. Her panty design is really nice. I like that. It's really nice. She is a girl riddled with clothing, but holes in the right area to actually view the assets that she has, and honestly, she's what I would like to call a hidden talent. Um, what I will put into number 4 is a new character that came out recently, Cloud Retainer, and she could even go higher, but there's reasons why I keep her this low, and why I believe she's in the fourth is because if you're as a degenerate as me, you would see the two mountains, which you can clearly see right there, and you see there's a stream of river that's going between these mountains, and you can kind of get the reference what I'm trying to say here. It would look like suggestively some rack job if I could be PG about it, but honestly, it is beautiful, and sadly I lost the 50-50 and didn't get her, and it was a pain, but don't worry, I got father instead, so it's okay. The issue why I don't bring her as high up is because her pantyhose or stocking, if you like to call it, looks like granny stockings, and that's the issue. That and her cake doesn't look as vibrant as the rest, which is unfortunate, but honestly, she's being carried by these two mountains and the Great River Nile going between it, and she does look cute. Her color scheme is really good, and maybe I'll get her when she get rerun and something like that, because I did want her, but unfortunately I lost. So that is what is my number 4. My number 3, many people may figure it out because there's only a few left that are really in the hot category, is Yelan. Elon is basically Raiden Shogun Kujasara. No, Raiden Shogun. Why did I mention Raiden Shogun? Kujasara, without the censorship bug in the front, so you can actually see the two mountains, the two great peaks, uh, to your full enjoyment, and that is very nice. And then her cake is well defined as well. She is really just a very hot individual, and that's why she's so high. But she, trust me, very very hot, very hot. Even though she's a water-based user, but very very hot. What I will consider second place will shock many people. She's my favorite, so it hurts me to do that, but the second place would go to Shenhe. And the reason for that, I can't give the reason for why she's in second place. I can just list the talents that she has. Like, unfortunately, she gets a debuff with the censorship bar in front of her, racks, but really and truly, she has beneath the censorship bar to very beautiful, very anti gravity friendly peaks of massive proportion, which is unfortunately covered. I got her new skin in order to see the peaks more clearly, but sadly, it was just a censorship skin, and they did a breast reduction on her, which was the pain of my very painful to witness. Her, her rack. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. Her cake is very good. It's her cake was designed by somebody that loved the idea of developing beautiful women. It is perfectly sculptured. Her body is an art piece of the Genshin Impact sphere. Truly one of the staple of what you call hot in the game. She is amazing. Trust me. Trust me. I love her from the very first time I saw her in Genshin Impact. I was like, oh, best. Which brings many people to wonder who the number one is. If you're a cultured man, you know who that is already, but I will not hold it any longer. The number one position for the hottest girl in Genshin Impact is Rosaria. Let's take into consideration this. She got nerfed. I remember, I say that again. She got nerfed. Look at that. Why are you putting your hand in the way, Jesus? This is ridiculous. That is unbelievable. That is the two best looking mountains in Genshin Impact world map, honestly. It is better than perfect, which is ridiculous to even say that. And to think that they were actually bigger, they got nerfed. I think if they didn't nerf this, people would have a hard time playing the game properly, and everybody would have had a Rosaria in their team regardless. Even when it doesn't matter, they'll find some way to put this work of art in their team. She's very hot. And then when you come down to around here too, she got this locked. it's kind of the similar design to most of the tall girls in Genshin Impact. But the problem is she's wearing a fishnet, brother, and she has like a strap on the left leg too, which makes me believe that this girl got touched when she's in the church. I am 100% certain that there had to be men in that church that couldn't wait to get her 1v1 to touch her, which is unfortunate. And I think she kind of gives off the vibes because of the way she's like dead inside and stuff like that. Like she's seen a lot of things, like she's got the mole. But I honestly, in my opinion, it was not something I chose. She's not my favorite, but I have to give I have to give props where props is due, and she is the hottest girl in Genshin Impact by far. And I don't think they're gonna ever go and beat her because they're trying to not make things too sexualized. But that has to change when Azura Premier comes out. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. Their honor can't speak. There's honorable mentions that I have to mention. Actually, Coraline, who's coming in a few days, is very hot. I don't know where she would be on this list. I think she only has like a really good size stat, so she'll probably be in. But the list is very stacked, honestly. So I know she'll be somewhere in the top 10, and somebody would have to go to likely Yunjin because she's the only one that's not thick in it. So that's where she'll be probably fitting in somewhere in that. I know many people have characters that they wanted to see in the list but are not there, and I can give the reasons why, and they'll even fall on the honorable mention, and I'll go to them now. Honorable mention. Well, Cloran I just mentioned, and La Signora, which unfortunately is not in the game yet, but if she was in the game, she'll be on this list 100%. Noel is somebody that could have been replaced for Young Jin because she kind of fits the similar demographic, and she's very well caked up in that department, and her tights just fit her body perfectly. Honestly, she would be the best mead, honestly. So that's for her. Raiden Shogun, she's my very much my main and my favorite. I really love Raiden Shogun, but the only thing she really has going for her is a cute little panty, and she has ass, but her racks is not comparable to the rest. It's decent, but the rest just outclass her in every single way, which is unfortunate. I love Raiden so much, but my favorite character to fight, but she's just not gonna be competing with what is on the table for the top 10. Uh, Yomiya, I really love this character, and I would love to get her, but she always comes up when Archon is on, and it's just she's just trying to fight somebody that she shouldn't be fighting, and it's giving her bad chances of people to pull her. I like what she has going on with the bandages design. It's really nice. It's really nice. I really like that. And another one, it's a sad mention, but where is she? Ganyu. Many people wonder why she's not on the list, and the unfortunate thing is that she just not cut it. Her her Rule 34 carries her tremendously because aside from that, this is just average. It is average. Jing Jing Yun, Yun Jin, and Noel surpasses by far. This I honestly, what she looks like right now, she shouldn't have looked like this. She should have looked in the same category as, if I can find her, that is. She should have looked in the same category as her. And they could have clearly do it. And I think it would have been much better for her if she had a cake like this too. Because if she had a cake like this, then the Rule 34 would make sense. But sadly, she doesn't. And it's one of the biggest disappointments in the game, as people that would watch the Ganyu Henti and then come to the game and expect to see her being the hardest character, and then she's not. Another one that's mentioned is Ki Quinn, my Raiden substitute. She has similar style with Noel and Yunjin, but she's not as suggestive as the other two, or just the one. I think Yunling is the only one that really looks very, very sexy in it. And the last one I want to mention is Sister Jean. She is one of the type when you believe that you haven't really got anything. She got let down by her chest size. It's not the best. And she has a lot of hidden potential around the back. But she just can't compete with what was in the top 10. So that is my top 10. What do you guys think? Do you guys think you could put somebody in there that I didn't put in there? It was after looking through every single one of the characters that is currently in the game at the moment. And it was unbiased on my end. As I said, most of my favorite characters, I put them very low on the list because Mona is one of my favorite characters. She's a 7. Eula is one of my favorite characters. She's a 6. Shenhe, she's one of my favorite. She's my most favorite, and she's a 2nd. So, and these are characters that would likely I would be putting up at 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. But unfortunately, that's not the case, and the hottest is not her, but Rosaria, which is insane. So, what do you guys think? This was a video that I wanted to make because of the bug that's going on right now. I don't know how long this bug will last for us, and I really hope that this remain a feature rather than they getting taken out of the game, because Withering Waves had a similar type of bug and they took it out immediately, which was sad because I didn't even get to test it out before they just scrapped it. It is what it is. You see you.